Our audience might not know if you follow him, bro, then you are aware. But if you don't know, you actually penning your first book too.
This is true.
You want to tell us? Can we get the title of this book?
Sure, yeah, sure can. The title of my book is Sick, Tired, and Overweight.
Sick, tired, and overweight.
Sick, tired, and overweight.
You don't look sick. You don't look tired, and you definitely don't look overweight. So, man, what are you talking about, bro?
Inside of Sick, Tired, and Overweight, I'm going through my life, starting really with my childhood, upbringing, and the specifics of how I was raised, and then we move over into the motivation of the penning of the book, but the actual content is related with somewhat of let's use this word again, detoxification process, because I had to get to a point to where I was sick and tired enough to realize that I was overweight and how it was affecting me.
Okay, I want to stop right there, bruh. Overweight? How? Because you don't look like you could be in overweight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, you was a big boy?
Yeah, I had got to what we consider overweight, man. I stand by 6'3", 6'4", I guess you would say, and I got up to 240 uncomfortable, unhealthy pounds. It was the way. It was fat, you know what I mean? Like this 240 pounds of fat, really, and a lot of pain and a lot of addiction, if you will. And within my book, I go into the addictions. And what caused me being overweight. You know what I mean? But yes, I had got to a stage in my life, man, where I'm 240 unhealthy pounds, sleeping with Swiss cake rolls and oatmeal cream pies next to my bed, waking up out of my sleep just to eat them. You know what I mean? Type addiction. And we gotta know, family, that addiction comes in many forms and fashion. Food addiction, drug addiction, sex addiction, attention addiction. I heard my Sister Slim, not too long ago. Lanice, you know what I mean? She eloquently laid out how some of us can be like addicted to negative attention and really not wanting to heal.
Right.
Woe is me, if you will, and I'm poor, broke, and lonely.
I always got tickets to the pity party.
That part.
Passing out them tickets. But let me say this though, man. To know you now, it's no way I would believe or even think that you would be as overweight or that you would be as undisciplined to be in the bed and wake up and eat a honey bun and oatmeal. Like, that was you for real, bro?
Yes, man. That was me, man.
So let me ask you, what was the driving factor for you to be like, enough of this is enough? Because if people don't know now, you were plant-based, not a animal in sight when you eat. How did you go from two completely different lifestyles?
Well, I'm glad you asked that, because the driving force would be my mother. She would transition from the effects of cancer at the young tender age of 53. And my mother, anybody that knows her, knew that she was a very disciplined woman, if you will, and was very took a very religious approach to life as it relates to, you know, I grew up without a smoking mother. She didn't club, she didn't drink, you see what I'm saying, etc. So me watching her shrivel up in my eyes, like just like that, and transition from the effects of cancer. Then after that, you know, I go into the specifics in my book about the motivation of finding some of her notes that she was taking right there as she was, let's say, on her deathbed. She started to educate herself on her diet and how important it was to specifically change what she was eating as it relates to deep fried foods. And she had notes of saying how, you know, it was important for her to incorporate fruits and more veggies and more nuts and grains, etc. So, you know, at this stage in my life, when I come across her notes, of course, life was, you know, as they say, was lifing, and I had grown sick and tired of the unhealthy living, if you will, and that was the driving force, like the motivation of me, like, okay, man, you know, I speak about it in my book, Sick, Tired, and Overweight, and about that process of coming across her notes, and I made a vow to myself that I was going to participate in this concept of what we call generational healing, because we have the opportunity to heal our family tree or you know, our generation of dysfunction. And you know, these dysfunctions, they come in many shape, forms, or fashions. Like we're saying, you know, alcoholism, that's something that, you know, diabetes, high blood pressure, etc. We can inherit that thing through our DNA. So I just took it upon myself, to be the living example, if you will, to what generational healing looked like. I felt like, you know, I owed that to myself and to my mother and, you know, my father too.
Right. Generational healing.
Yeah, generational healing.
That's just as important. That is generational wealth.
Yeah.